Next, we're going to add the text. I've put my playback head at 24 seconds. And in my composition window, I'm going to put two lines of text, one that says iPhone and the other one that says the sky's the limit. I'll click on the text tool at the top of the user interface, or I'll hit Command T, and the character window appears on the right hand side. I'm using a modern font, Lucinda Grand Bold. I'll click anywhere inside my document and I'll type in iPhone X. And I'm going to capitalize the P. And then I'll click on my Move tool to exit the character window. I'll place it here. I'll hit Command T once again. And I'm going to click in the interface. I'll lock the caps. Open quote. The sky, apostrophe S, the limit. An exclamation point, close quotes, and I'll exit the character window by hitting return or clicking on the Move tool. I'll take my cap lock off so I can see my screen. And I'm going to scale down sky's the limit so it's a little bit smaller than what I've got. In the right hand corner, I'll put my cursor over the blue numbers. And with my left mouse, I can drag to the right and scale it down. I guess I'll drop this down to about 25%. Now I have my text element. Now you'll notice with text elements, they go the entire length of the composition. So by having our playback at 24 seconds where this is going to begin, I can now shift select, hold down the option, and click on the close bracket. I'm now going to place an outer glow on these lines of text so that they pop a little bit better. So I'll select one of the lines, and I'll go up to Effects, and I'll go to Stylize Glow. I'm going to change what it says Glow Based On in the right hand corner from color channels to alpha, and I'll make both color and A and B a dark blue for my composition. So I'll click on the eyedropper tool, I'll grab a dark blue, then I'll click on color B and do the same. And just so I can see what's going on a little bit more, I'm going to put it over the moon where it's a little darker. And I think what I'm going to do now is just bump up the intensity a bit. And I think I'll increase the radius a little bit as well. And then I'm going to save. And now I'm going to put it back over the iPhone. And I'm going to copy that by selecting the word glow, hitting Command C, and then I'll click on the iPhone X text layer and I'll hit Command V. And now we have both of those effects equally on both lines of text. Now from 24 seconds to 27, we're going to scale these from 0% to 100%. So I'll shift select both. I'll hit S for scale. I'll drop a keyframe. You'll notice that when two layers are selected and you put a keyframe on one, it replicates it on the subsequent other selected layers. So both of them are there now. And now I'm going to scale both to 0. So if I do one, the other scales to 0 as well. I'll move to second number 27. And I'll bump them both back to 100%. As long as they're both selected, all I need to do is change one. And now we have an animation for both of them. Now I want to stagger these a little bit so that iPhone X comes in first and then the sky's the limit comes in after. So I'm going to put my playback head at about 26 seconds. And I'll drag the sky's the limit and snap it to the playback head at 26 seconds. Now there's a 1 second lag between the introduction of one text element and the other. I'm going to hit Command S to save. Now we're going to fade out the actual phone. So I'm going to go down to the phone layer and I'm going to put my playback head at 26 seconds. And I'll hit T for transparency, drop the first keyframe, leaving it at 100%. And now I'll go to 2700. And I'll make the opacity 0. At 27 seconds, I'll hold down the Option key and hit the close bracket.